I got to homeschool today. I have so many other things I would love to be doing. I get homeschool fatigue right in the middle of the semester when it's still good weather and I'm thinking, I would rather be outside doing something than sitting in here doing homeschool. So today's video, I want to share 4 things that I do to help kick fatigue out, homeschool fatigue out, and help me get back and get me excited again to helping my kids and to making sure we get homeschool done. The first tip is I have to wake myself up. It's like, okay, wake up, woohoo! And sometimes my husband is the one that has woken me up out of a deep sleep. You're in this little fantasy land or la la land, I don't know. Just stop and say, okay, enough of this, craziness of me daydreaming about doing other things and not wanting to do homeschool. The second thing I do, I recommit to my time slot for my homeschool. Homeschooling it's a marathon. It's a marathon. And so I really have to make sure that it happens, number 1, that homeschool happens, and that number 2, I'm there with my kids. I cannot be doing all sorts of things with homeschooling. I'm sorry, I can't multitask that way. I feel like I'm not on task, that my mind is all over the place, and that doesn't do anybody any good. Don't let things creep in that distract you, that take your mind and your energies away from being with your kids and with homeschool. I have a time slot and I recommit to that, and that truly does help me get back on track for getting excited to move forward with my homeschool. The third thing I do is I go back on my personal goals, for goals outside of homeschool, for myself. Because usually, and this is what I have found, this is my pattern as a homeschool mom, is whenever I am feeling disinterested in homeschooling, where I'm not as engaged and I'm just kind of aloof and I'm like looking over the fence to the other yard, it's because I, in my other areas of life, are not being fulfilled. And so I look at my goals and I set some new goals for myself, some personal goals. Exercise, whatever it is for you, reading a good book, having some time. These personal goals are usually things I do by myself, really, because as a homeschool mom, you're always giving, aren't you? And you have to be filled up for yourself in other ways so that you want to give in that way. You want to give to your kids because you can't give from an empty vessel. You have to fill your own vessel up. And so you need to take time for your personal goals. Now, if you are pretty slammed, you have, a lot of different kids you're homeschooling, you have other things, you maybe work from home or whatever, just make sure you just 1 goal for yourself or maybe 2. Find that time for yourself to feel fulfilled so that you can give to your children in a true, authentic way. So that is a very important one. Realigning with your personal goals outside of homeschool. Okay, now the 4th thing is pretty simple and it's fun and it's easy to do, and that is be spontaneous in your homeschool and go do something fun. Go to the park and do your math at the park. Go, just change up your habits. Change up the rut that you seem to be in. Have a day of just doing a readathon. That's one of the things my daughter was just asking me the other day. We need to do this because it just gives you a little bit of novelty to spice things up and to bring back that energy that you need for your homeschool. What we do for the readathon is we just get blankets and pillows and find a nice couch, and we all are sitting together and we get treats and drinks, and we bring them and we get our favorite book or a book that we want to read, and that is our school day, is we sit and have a readathon. I used to do this when I was a younger kid, and I loved it in my public school. I don't think they do those anymore. Okay, so those are the 4 things that I really do, and they're simple, aren't they? But they are all about a mindset. Sometimes we just get in the same mindset. We spend a lot of our time preparing for homeschool in the summer, and we are able to do all the things for ourselves because we have extra time and we're preparing. But when school starts, that time kind of diminishes a little bit for ourselves. Sometimes when we're feeling tired of doing something, we need to reevaluate, and these 4 tips will help you. So wake yourself up, recommit to your time commitment for homeschool, set some personal goals for yourself, and then do some spontaneous activities to, liven it up and to mix things up. All right? And I really believe that these 4 things can get you out of that, homeschool fatigue, those ruts that we get into in the middle of the semester, before the holidays or before springtime or whatever. And, even if you're not in a rut, keep these things on your shelf because someday you may need them. And maybe instead you need a video about planning. I have a great homeschool video about the 4 years of high school. I love all of you, my subscribers. I am so appreciative that you trust me to push that subscribe button and to give me a like on this video. I really do appreciate it. We'll see you on the next video. Doodles! We even have green grass, blue sky, and I'm wearing a short sleeve shirt. Is this October in Idaho? I don't know. It's been crazy.